Hello everyone! In this video, I will show you how to use the functions SUMIF and SUMIFs. These two functions will help you to add up numbers only if a specific criterion is met. Download the support document for this session from the link indicated in the description of the video. So let's get on it. The function SUMIF will help you to add up numbers from a range if a specific criterion is met. It also allows you to evaluate a separate range against a criterion and add up numbers from a different range. The function SUMIFs is similar as it allows you to add up numbers from a range, but you can evaluate multiple ranges against different criteria, up to 29 criteria. Let's see how they work with this sample data. If we look at the column E, that represents the quantity of items sold. All the way to the bottom, there is a total quantity sold during the period shown on the screen. But this is too general. I want some more specific information. I want to know, for example, how many pieces were sold in transactions with single item, or how many were sold in transactions with multiple items. Let's use the function SUMIF. Select cell K3, type the equal sign, the function name, SUMIF, open a parenthesis, and then we select the range that we want to evaluate and add up. Select range E2 to E20, comma, then type or select the criteria. If you type it, it needs to be in double quotation mark. Let's type equal 1, then close the parentheses and press enter. The result are 11 items that were sold in transactions with single item. Now select cell K4. Type the equal sign, the function name SUMIF, open a parenthesis, and then we select the range E2 to E20, comma, then type in double quotation mark greater than 1, then close the parenthesis and press enter. The results are 26 items that were sold in transactions with multiple items. If we add up these two numbers together, should match the total quantity sold. There we go. This is the most basic way of using the SUMIF function. But if you notice, when we were creating the formula, there was an optional argument that we can add to the function. By adding this optional argument, we increase the power of the function, as we can evaluate the criteria from a different range than the one that we want to add up. Let's see with an example. I want to know the quantity of items sold per each of the products displayed: cell phone, tablet, and computer. Select cell KA, type the equal sign, function name, SUMIF, open a parenthesis, then the range that we need to select is the one that we want to evaluate against the criterion. Select range D2 to D20, comma, then type the criterion within double quotation marks, cell phone, comma, and now select the range that we want to add up. Select E2 to E20, close the parenthesis and press enter. The result is 21 cell phones sold. Let's do the next one for the tablet. Select cell K9, equal sign, SUMIF, open a parenthesis, select range D2 to D20, comma, and if we have a cell that contains the criterion that we're looking for, then we can select it instead of typing it. Let's use cell J9. Select the cell, comma, select range E2 to E20, close the parenthesis, and press enter. The result is 10 tablets sold. And let's do one more for the computer. Select cell K10, equal sign, SUMIF, open a parenthesis, select range D2 to D20, comma, select cell J10, comma, and select range E2 to E20. Close the parenthesis and press enter. The result is 6 computers sold. If we add them all of these together, they should match with the total quantity sold. There we go. Now, what happens if I want to evaluate more than one criteria? For example, I want to know how many cell phones have been sold at the store A120 and how many tablets were sold at the store A110 on July 3, 2020. That's when SUMIFs is more useful. This function will allow you to add up a single range but evaluate multiple ranges against different criteria. Let's see it with an example. Select cell K13, type the equal sign, then the function name SUMIFs, and open a parenthesis. For the first argument, we need to select the range that we want to add up. Select cell E2 to E20, comma, then select the first range that we want to evaluate. We will check first the item sold. Select range D2 to D20, comma, then type the criterion within double quotation marks, cell phone, comma, select a second range to evaluate, like a store number. Select range A2 to A20, comma, and then type the next criterion, A120. Then close the parentheses and press enter. The result is 12 cell phones sold at store 120. Let's do one more example with 3 criteria. Select cell K14, type the equal sign, SUMIFs, open a parenthesis, select range E2 to E20, comma, then the first range to evaluate, D2 to D20, comma, type the criterion, tablet, comma, select the second range to evaluate, A2 to A20, comma, type the second criterion, A110, comma, select the third range to evaluate, B2 to B20, comma, type the third criteria, 70320, close the parentheses and press enter. The result is 4 tablets sold at a store A110 on July 3rd, 2020. I hope you find this video helpful to get you familiarized with Excel. Thank you for watching, and if you like my content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel to get access to my series of tutorials to learn Excel step by step. I'll see you in the next video.